Hi, my name is Bob Hill, and I'm the president of the Church of Scientology Mission of Riverdale at 308 Broadview Avenue in Toronto. This is Sunday service number 60. Today we're going to look at how to improve relationships with communication. Would you like to improve your relationship with others? Do you like to be listened to and understood? It's a major factor. Our sermon is based on the Scientology Handbook, Chapter 5, Communication, written by L. Ron Hubbard. One key part of communication is acknowledgement. An acknowledgement is something said or done to inform another that his or her statement or action has been noted, understood, and received. Now, you've probably seen this in life. Let's just take, two people in a relationship. One of the individuals says, I got a pain in my arm, but I'm going to go ahead and go to work today anyway. And the other person just kind of shrugs their shoulders and walks away and doesn't really let them know that they got the communication. And so the person who originated the communication goes, "Don't you care about me?" And the other person goes, "What are you talking about?" So now you have this dispute going on where you have all this because the person wasn't acknowledged for their first communication, or the other person said, "Oh, that's too bad," or "Yeah, go on ahead and go to work. I got what you're saying." Because that wasn't there, there's a void left in the communication. And the other person fills into that what they think is going on. And so then you get other communication starting. They get left there. They don't get completed. And before you know it, the two people leave for work and they're disgruntled with each other. And they think, why don't they want to be in communication with me today? So there's one example. You can even have it with a kid. Let's say a 6-year-old kid comes up to you, and children, they like to do something to contribute, even though it may be minor because they're so small and they're dealing with these adults with big bodies. It's a bit intimidating, but the child comes up to you and they show you a piece of artwork that they did, and they're trying to make you smile or happy, and you look at it and you go, "Oh, okay," and the kid leaves and starts crying or feels upset because you didn't really acknowledge them for what they did. And if you had acknowledged them, you would find that creativity and that desire to help expands and grows. Now, an acknowledgement is a control factor in the cycle of communication. This is true of any communication cycle in any type of situation. The formula of control is start, change, and stop. If you can start something, let's take a job at work. Let's say you're in construction. You start a job. You change it to make it look like it should, and then you stop it when it's finished. Well, that means you're in control. But let's say you start the job and you change and there's something wrong with it, and the other person on the other end won't acknowledge that you've finished, and they keep coming up with, "Well, there's something wrong here, something wrong there," and you never get an acknowledgement for what you've done. It's not under your control, and then you start to feel the effect of it. And you feel like, "Oh my God, I can't take this anymore," or "What's wrong with that person?" When all it really was a lack of acknowledgement. Let's say you did the job, you changed, you did exactly what you were supposed to do, but the person alters it a bit and makes an origination to you about something. You don't acknowledge what they said, they don't acknowledge what you did, so the whole thing can blow up into this massive confusion. So if you can start something, change it, and then stop it, you are in control of it. An acknowledgement is a stop. Therefore, If one acknowledges the communication of others properly, he can control communication. So really get that in perspective. So if you said to someone, keep going or keep talking, you would not be acknowledging him. The perfect acknowledgement communicates only this: I have heard your communication. It signalizes that the person's communication to you has been received. It isn't the word that ends the cycle of communication, it's the intention. It's the behind it, the desire, the push, the energy to stop the thing from going any further. That's what ends it. You use a word, let's say like, got it, but it's your intention to end it that actually ends the communication and ends any part of life you're involved with. So keep that in mind. Now, in life, it is actually very therapeutic for a person to know that he has been acknowledged. And that can go as far as like a person says something, I'm not feeling well. They don't get an acknowledgement for it. So they think, well, maybe it's all in my head. Or they think they start putting there what they think it is because the person who they originated it to didn't end the communication. They just have it keep dangling there and going on, and they just feel bad, feel bad, feel bad, feel bad. And then they find out later, because they had this going on, that there really was something wrong with them physically and it needed to be handled. But an improper acknowledgement happened. So, I mean, you can take it as far as this. Person goes, originates, they got an ache or a pain. It's not properly acknowledged. So they take a drug to handle the pain. The thing that was wrong with them is still there, but now they've taken a drug to mask what was there, and they become reliant on the drug to handle acknowledging them, which is a synthetic, and it can't actually end the communication of the pain. Does that help you? I think it does. Try it. So with that, I'm going to go on to the prayer for total freedom. Now you probably find here, when I'm talking to you, my acknowledgement is that hopefully you're getting my communication. So I have to be willing to keep communicating and pointing these things out to you. And even though there's no physical universe manifestation of an acknowledgement, I have to assume, or at least through using my ability to communicate, feel that you're getting my communication. And I do feel that way because I think you're all a bunch of good people. So here we go, the Scientology prayer for total freedom. May the author of the universe enable all men to reach an understanding of their spiritual nature. May awareness and understanding of life expand so that all may come to know the author of the universe, and may others also reach this understanding which brings total freedom. At this time, we think of those whose liberty is threatened, of those who have suffered imprisonment for their beliefs, of those who are enslaved or martyred, and for all those who are brutalized, trapped, or attacked. We pray that human rights will be preserved so that all people may believe and worship freely, so that freedom will once again be seen in our land. Freedom from war and poverty and want, freedom to be, freedom to do, and freedom to have. Freedom to use and understand man's potential, a potential that is God-given and God-like, and freedom to achieve that understanding and awareness that is total freedom. May God let it be so. Thank you. So there you go. So is there someone in your life who you can really listen to and acknowledge today? Well, try it and make life a little bit better for them. Thank you.